Hey, what's going on, my friend? It's Jeff Newport from ChasingStrength.com. And in today's video, we are continuing our series in the top 10 fat loss mistakes that people make with their kettlebell workouts. And in today's video, we are covering number 5, which is making this measuring mistake. All right, so let's dive in here. Now, one of the reasons people fail to see the progress they're looking for when it comes to weight loss, right? Weight loss is because they're focused on the wrong thing. They're using incomplete data or data, if you prefer, to determine their success. What's the number one problem? They're only using the scale to track or measure their progress. Okay. And now, why is this such a bad thing? Because the scale measures weight, not mass. The difference, mass is the amount of material being measured, and weight is the measure of force on that material due to gravity. So what that means is the scale doesn't tell you your fat mass, how much fat you have, nor does it tell you your fat-free mass or your muscle and your organs. So you can actually weigh less, but gain fat. But see, people don't really want to lose weight, right? What they want to do is lose fat. And I'm going to flash a picture up here on the screen of the difference between 5 pounds of fat and 5 pounds of muscle, right? So there it is. And as you can see, that is a pretty significant difference, right? Muscle is approximately 18% more dense than fat. Said another way, 1 cubic inch of muscle weighs more than 1 cubic inch of fat. But remember, a pound of muscle weighs exactly the same as a pound of fat. But as you can see from the picture, it takes up way more space. This is why you can train hard, okay, eat well, lose inches in your waist, and the scale doesn't change, right? You're growing muscle and losing fat at approximately the same rate. So what that means is you need to use 3 different measures of tracking. The first is a tape measure. So you can actually track the decreases in your measurements or the circumferences of things like your waist, your hips, right? Your legs, all the areas that you tend to carry fat. Number 2 is pictures of yourself at the same time of day, each day of the week with the same lighting to see increases in your muscle definition, increases in your muffin top definition. I don't know, muscle definition, right? Increases in your muscle definition and decreases in your muffin top. Man, I'm really struggling with the muscle muffin thing here. Must have muffins on my mind. Increases in muscle definition show you that you're actually losing fat in those particular areas. Finally, your third tool for measuring is body fat percentage measurements. Okay, you can use the calipers, right? 3.5 point, 7 point, whatever, however many points they have now. Okay, you can use a DEXA scan, you can use bioelectrical impedance, you can use a bod. But the point is to use something that measures fat-free mass to body fat mass, and you use the same thing each and every time. Okay. Now you'll probably have to go out of your way to get number 3 done, but 1 and 2 are easy enough to do from home. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. A 45-year-old man runs an 8-week kettlebell fat loss program. He doesn't really watch what he eats, but he does cut back on his alcohol and he tries to eat more protein. Okay. So I'll flash some before and after results up here. All right. Before, he weighs 200 pounds. His waist is 38 inches. His shoulders are 46 inches, hips 50 inches, right arm 15 inches, left arm 14 and a half inches, right leg 23 inches, left leg 23 and a half inches. Now, after, he weighs 198 pounds, but his waist is 35 inches. Okay, so he lost 2 pounds on the scale, but 3 inches off his waist. His shoulders are 49 inches and his hips are 50 inches. So he gained 3 inches on his shoulders and didn't lose anything on his hips. Okay, his right arm is 16 inches and his left arm is 15 and a half inches. His right leg is 24 inches and his left leg is 24 and a half inches. So he gained approximately an inch on right arm, right leg, left arm, and left leg. So as you can see, our man, our 45-year-old, is he 45? I can't remember what I said. Yeah, 45. For a minute there, I thought he might have had a birthday and, turned 46 during that 8-week period. You never know how these things work out, right? Anyway, you can see that he only lost 2 pounds on the scale in 8 weeks. Now, if he hadn't taken those other measurements, he might have been discouraged and, figured that he was a failure or the program failed him somehow. But by taking his weight and his measurements, you can see that he lost body fat and gained muscle at the same time. In other words, he recomped, even though his scale only said that he lost 2 pounds. Right? So this is, again, what I call classic recomposition training or recomping, whatever you want to call it. Right? And as I just said, it's losing fat, getting stronger, and building muscle at the same time. okay, which is to say in the same training period of time. So 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, that sort of time period, okay? So hopefully you can see the difference that accurate tracking with multiple data points makes, right? It's, again, the difference between discouragement and pride of accomplishment. By the way, I think it's fair to say that these types of results are typical from using one of my favorite programs now. It's called Kettlebell MAXIMORUM, and cleaning up your diet a little bit without becoming hyper strict on your eating. If you're interested in those types of results, I'll leave a link for it in the description of the video below. And like I said, it's one of my best programs for recomping. But what if you don't want to just recomp? What if you want to get serious about losing a bunch of body fat before beach season and, want to do it pretty quickly? Okay, well, I'll leave another link to a program that I have called Kettlebell Burn 2.0. It is a classic program that has been producing results for well over a decade for anybody who seriously uses it and follows it to the letter. Okay, I'll leave a link to that in the video below. And what if you just want to lose body fat, especially stomach fat, but you are not in the mood to diet? Like it's just too much. You got too much going on. Well, I'll leave a link in the video description below for a program I've called Kettlebell GHFL. Okay. So look, at the end of the day, if you want to lose your kettlebells, to lose body fat, your success comes down to really just two simple things. Number one, the program you use, and number two, accurate data tracking and measurement. And remember, the scale is only part of those measurements. Okay. Remember, use a tape measure too, and get some kind of body fat measurement done if you can. All right. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, click the like button, click the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and do a friend a favor. If you know somebody who's been struggling to lose body fat, send them the link to this video, right? And actually send them the link to the channel, and they can subscribe too, and they can run through this series and check out the previous 4 videos. Okay. So hopefully, like I said, you found this video helpful. And until next time, my friend, stay strong.